Hi Aquarius, this is April with astrolotta.com. I'm here with your June 2016 monthly forecast. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep in mind that this is a general horoscope for anyone born under the sun, moon, or rising/ascendant sign in the sign of Aquarius. But also keep in mind that you are more than just one sign. I know you're all about being Team Aquarius and everything, but you have to look at your whole entire birth chart based on the time and exact day that you were born. So once you do that, and if you would like a personalized reading based on just your general chart, just reading your chart for you, or looking at career or love or anything like that, go to my readers page on astrolotta.com, where you can schedule a Skype reading with me, or I can give you a recorded consultation. All right, now on to your general June forecast. So what's going on this month, Aquarius, for you guys in particular? Well, the month starts off with a little bit of an energy that you actually may enjoy and are familiar with. Because on the 3rd of June, we have Venus conjunct Uranus. Okay, so Venus is how we enjoy ourselves, what we enjoy, how the five senses are pleased. It's also our romantic relationships or one-on-one partnerships. It is also money. It can rule that too, and just things that we enjoy here as physical beings, right? Uranus is your ruling planet, Aquarius. It's the planet of the unexpected, the out of the blue, the out of the ordinary, the outside the box, the kooky, the zany, the wacky, all of that stuff. So when those two planets come together, what does that mean? It can mean there can be something sudden and shocking that happens with relationships in general for everyone. It can mean that, you know, for Aquariuses, Venus rules your 4th house of home and family, number 1. So there could be something that's a sudden change in regards to your home or your family. Maybe you might decide that you want to like redecorate your house all of a sudden, you know, I don't know. That's one suggestion. Or suddenly like move somewhere because it's a lot more pleasant for you. Venus also rules Libra, which for Aquarius, that is your 9th house of travel and broadening your horizons. So you may decide to suddenly want to travel or learn something new, further your education in some sort of way. But this conjunction is happening in your 3rd house. The 3rd house is communications and the day-to-day activities that you do around the way, you know, around your city, your town, your neighborhood. It's also any teams that you're on, any groups, small groups that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. That can mean co-workers, and that can also mean siblings, cousins, or neighbors. So there could be suddenly something that happens in that area of life. Maybe you suddenly find love amongst a team or a group. That can happen for some of you guys. Or maybe a cousin or a sibling or a neighbor sets you up with someone, or you meet someone at a function where those people are at, but you meet like a love interest there. So that's another example. On the 4th of June, we have Mars moving into the sign of Cancer. So Mars is action, drive, energy, initiative, aggression, and it is moving into Cancer, which for Aquarius, that is your 6th house. That is work. That is health. So a few things that can happen here, a few scenarios that could be your great focus during this month. This is one of those transits that are all about working overtime, okay? Like I've seen many people, when Mars moves into their 6th house, all their energy is applied towards working. And that can mean, like I said, working overtime, working a lot more hours at work. Also, since it's in the work sphere, in the work environment, and Mars can bring about conflict sometimes, there can be some conflicts that could easily arise and some annoyances that can easily arise within the work environment, okay? So just be mindful of that. It's going on for this whole month. Also, you know, if you work with customers or clients, you can have a little more aggression from them. Maybe they can pressure you to get things done, or maybe they can be just a little bit more agitating and irritated, which can in turn make you a little irritable. But it is good for accomplishing a lot of things and knocking and plowing through a lot of work. Also, since the 6th house rules health, this can be you wanting to be more physically active for the sake of your health, which is awesome. Or it can mean aggravations and irritations and inflammations when it comes to your health. So really make sure you take care of your health. Be mindful of what you ingest, Aquarius, because the 6th house rules the lower intestine. And I've seen it time and time again, when Mars is in someone's 6th house, they may have a little bit of issues there with something inflammatory when it comes to their health. On the 5th of June, we have Venus moving into Taurus. So for Aquarius, Taurus is your 4th house of home and family, and Venus moving there is a very pleasant energy. It can bring a more pleasant energy into your home, into your family life, your relationships with family. It can mean you want to beautify your home a little more. It can mean that how you're going to be enjoying your time is a little bit more home-based, a little bit more private, secluded. It's an energy that's similar to Cancer. So it's like you're going to have this Cancer-y feeling going on at home, like you just want to be comfy and cozy and secure and comfortable. I already said comfy, comfortable, whatever, same thing, you know what I mean. But you're going to feel like just being a little more under the radar with enjoyment, not being out and about so much, but just, yeah, enjoying time at home, enjoying time with family, maybe contacting and enjoying time with family members, like female family members, because Venus represents the feminine. It may make you crave wanting to spend time with them, but also makes you crave wanting to get in touch with your roots. If you come from a certain region or country, a certain background, then you're going to feel more, you know, in touch with that during this time too. That includes especially foods, like any foods that are based on your country of origin, your culture of origin, your family, where you come from, you know. And if it's not those, then just really rich, delicious food that's like fattening and irresistible, but you're going to be craving that a lot more. So if you are an Aquarius that's trying to be mindful of your diet, then this is one of those transits that may make it a little more difficult, just being honest. Also on the 5th, we have Mercury moving into Gemini. And for Aquarius, that's your 5th house. The 5th house is fun, romance, children, childlike fun. Okay, so with Mercury moving there, that's your mind. That's where your mind is going to be the most active, the most busy. So your mind is going to be on those things. You could be communicating on a more casual, romantic level with people. This is one of those transits where people may do like some online dating and just for fun, go online, flirt with people, meet different people. And, you know, it doesn't really have to be something major comes out of as far as a relationship. It can just be for fun, you know. Also, children, your mind could be more on their level to where you want to play with them, spend more time with them, if that applies to you if you have children. One thing I would be warning you of with Mercury in the 5th house, the only downside to it is, you know, it's an energy that's similar to Leo. You know how Leo could be like braggy and boastful a lot and like know-it-all, you know, if they're vibrating on the negative side of Leo, that is. Well, you may have the tendency to swing that way as far as how you're communicating with others and what you're thinking. You know that little saying, and I know some people are from other countries that watch this and they may not be familiar with this saying, but there's a little saying that says, you're on your soapbox right now. That is a total like thing that says you're being a total Leo, you're bragging, you're standing up on a pedestal in your mind and preaching out to people because you're so great. You know, you want to be worshipped. So yeah, just be mindful of your communication leaning towards that way, Aquarius. But it overall could be a time of great fun activities, hobbies, and romantic conversations. On the 9th of June, we have a few things happening that day as well. We have Jupiter moving direct in the sign of Libra. For you guys, that's your 9th house of higher education and travel and broadening and expanding your horizons. So what does that mean for you guys? Well, while Jupiter was retrograde, the blessings that Jupiter normally brings could have been slowed down a little bit. It could have been slowed down, you know, maybe you had some opportunities brought to you when Jupiter was moving forward before February of 2017. And then they started slowing down, or some opportunities were maybe retracted or brought back, you know, to hold on, let me rethink this. But now when it's moving forward, you can proceed with things like travel plans, major long distance traveling abroad travel plans, or with furthering your education, going back to complete your education, and anything that like maybe some sort of training or certification to get to the next level within career. because once Jupiter moves into Scorpio in October, and I will be here to talk about it then, that is key, like prime career time for Aquarians. So before you get there, what do you have to do? You have to train, you have to study, you have to, you know, maybe work under a guru or someone very knowledgeable in order to achieve more, you know, expertise in that area. Also on the 9th, there is a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, and for Aquarius, that is your 11th house. That's where the moon's going to be at, and then the sun's going to be on the opposite end in your 5th house. So the 11th house is the Aquarian type of energy, because on the regular zodiac wheel, on that order of that wheel, you guys are the 11th sign, okay? So anything that says 11th house is like Aquarian-esque energy. So for you guys, that is Sagittarius, and I hope that didn't confuse you guys. But a full moon there is bringing a final decision, something into fruition or culmination or initiation when it comes to Aquarius stuff, you know, like belonging to groups, being someone who's very unique and you kind of go your own way, being a little rebellious. But beyond that, it's also like humanitarian causes, you know, standing up for the underdog, anything you participate in to kind of be active in that. It's also just, yeah, groups of like-minded individuals, including like groups of friends. So there could be a decision made based around those areas, like a finalization of something. Like maybe you decide that a group that you belong to, you guys kind of have a difference there. You know, there's creative differences or something like that. So you decide to separate from them. Or maybe you find a new group to belong to or to join. 11th house is also reaching the masses through, you know, outlets like the internet. So maybe building a website, finding a new way to reach masses and masses of people if you are in the type of like career or hobby that requires. On the 21st of June, Mercury moves into the sign of Cancer, and for Aquarius, that is your 6th house. So once again, your area of life that rules your work and your day-to-day routines and your health is being highlighted. So this time it's by Mercury. That's your mind. Your mind is going to be on work. So this is another transit that's going to keep you super active, super busy at work. Your workload will increase, Aquarius. I can guarantee you that. You are going to have so much more calls, texts, emails, any communication that is required for work. It's going to increase. Your phone will be ringing off the hook, your email, bing, 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 bong, all over the place. You're like, whoa, it's hard for me to keep up here. So make sure that you are not moving too quickly to where you kind of, you know, can miss some things or you know, like lose track of some things when Mercury moves there. But you will definitely be busy. When it comes to health, your mind is going to be more on health, and it could be a lot easier to find remedies to things, find new routines or regimes that you want to incorporate into your world in order to make your health a lot better. On the 23rd of June, we have a new moon in the sign of Cancer in the same area. So this is a release or emptying out or letting go of something in the work or health or daily routine area of your life to welcome in something new, a new change. For some Aquariuses, if you are trying to look for a new job, June is a month where you can have better luck because there's a lot of activity happening in your work house, okay? The sun, especially the sun is going to be there. The sun moves there on the what day is that? The 20th. The sun moves into Cancer. It'll be there until the 22nd of July, I believe. So for that whole month, it's like the spotlight is on you when it comes to the work world, the working field. So you can have better chances at interviews and, you know, just to get a job. You can have the advantage here with all of that energy popping off in that 6th house, Aquarius. So definitely take advantage of that. If you are looking for a job, I wish you the best of luck. And I hope you find what you deserve and what you're looking for. So that was it, Aquarius, for your June 2017 monthly horoscope. Once again, thank you for tuning in. And if you would like a personalized reading that caters to you and only you, go to my readers page on astrolotta.com. It is below this video. There's also an I button above this video where you can go to the information to schedule a reading with me. All right, so take care of yourselves. Have an awesome month, and I'll see you guys in July.